In travel news, for May 2nd, 2023, we talk about American Airlines pilots officially voting to strike. The U.S. government aims to increase diversity and solve the pilot shortage, and the FAA adds new routes to improve the travel experience. But before we begin, I'm Brandon with the Adept Traveler, a travel agency that makes travel so easy, even a blind person can do it. And this is Today in Travel. As the summer travel season approaches, American Airlines pilots have voted to authorize a strike, causing potential concerns for travelers. The Allied Pilots Association, the union representing the airline's 15,000 pilots, held a strike authorization vote in April. The vote saw 96% participation from the membership, with 99% voting in favor of the authorization. Despite the vote, the chances of an actual labor disruption remain slim due to the complex labor process in the United States. The pilots seek higher wages and better working conditions, with the strike authorization serving as a tool to apply pressure on American Airlines for negotiations. In recent months, pilots at several U.S. airlines have secured large raises and other concessions, taking advantage of the nationwide pilot shortage. Delta pilots, for instance, obtained a 34% raise over 4 years, including an immediate 18% pay hike. The American Airlines CEO has stated that the carrier is prepared to match the Delta deal, offering pay increases of 21% in the first year and 40% over 4 years. While pay remains an essential aspect of the negotiations, the union president suggests that it is not the primary obstacle to reaching an agreement. Instead, he emphasizes the importance of scheduling and work rule improvements that the union has presented at the bargaining table. These changes could improve the airline's operational reliability and efficiency. Despite the strike authorization vote, American Airlines and its pilots are reportedly close to reaching an agreement in principle. The airline remains confident that a deal is within reach and can be finalized quickly. However, until a resolution is reached, travelers may want to keep an eye on the situation and be prepared for potential disruptions during the busy summer travel season. The pilot shortage has already caused significant impacts in the travel industry, with 76% of U.S. airports experiencing diminished or lost air service, according to the Regional Airline Association. The association reports that more than 500 regional aircraft have been parked, causing service retraction at 324 communities. New bipartisan legislation in the House and Senate seeks to address the financial barriers that aspiring pilots face, ultimately working towards a long-term solution to the ongoing U.S. pilot shortage. The bills propose increasing the federal student loan limit for flight training programs from $80,000 to $137,500, supporting organizations such as the Regional Airline Association, Airlines for America, and the Airline Pilots Association Union believe that the measure will help fill the funding gap for aspiring pilots and diversify the pilots' ranks. Aspiring pilots who are not coming from the military are required to accrue at least 1,000 flight hours to co-pilot an aircraft for a commercial airline, while those from non-affiliated flight training schools must log 1,500 hours. The Regional Airline Association estimates the cost of obtaining a bachelor's degree combined with the necessary flight training to be around $200,000 or more. The high costs are considered a significant barrier to diversity within the pilot ranks, with only 2.6% of U.S. pilots being black, 9.2% women, and over 95% white, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The ongoing pilot shortage has led to a variety of issues within the aviation industry, affecting travelers directly. The shortage has resulted in fewer flights, fuller flights, higher prices, and more delays as airlines struggle to maintain their flight schedules due to a lack of pilots. Passengers are left with limited options, often leading to overcrowded planes and increased ticket prices. Furthermore, the pilot shortage has contributed to longer wait times and delays, causing frustration and inconvenience for travelers. This proposed legislation not only aims to increase the loan limit, but also seeks to create a federal matching grant program to establish flight training and pilot trainee scholarship programs at educational institutions. These programs would target students from low-income and underrepresented backgrounds, with the federal share of the grants being 75% and grant expenditures authorized for up to $40 million annually. Proponents of the bill argue that the pilot shortage is contributing to long delays and cancellations at airports across the country. By providing prospective pilots with the same loan opportunities granted to students at traditional four-year schools and creating outreach programs, the proposed legislation seeks to close the gap and address the ongoing pilot shortage. Ultimately, this could lead to improvements in the air travel experience for passengers, with more flights, reduced delays, and potentially lower ticket prices. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration has introduced 169 new routes along the East Coast in anticipation of the busy summer travel season. These more direct routes are expected to provide significant benefits to travelers by saving 40,000 miles and 6,000 minutes of travel time annually. Developed over 7 years through a collaborative effort between the FAA and the aviation industry, these routes aim to reduce delays and enhance operational flexibility. The Chief Operating Officer of the FAA's Air Traffic Organization highlighted the positive impact of these new routes on the travel experience, stating, "These significant improvements to our national airspace system are just in time for summer and will help travelers get to their destinations more efficiently." He then praised the strong collaboration between the FAA and the industry in completing this project. Operating mainly at altitudes above 18,000 feet along the East Coast, as well as offshore over the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico, the new routes are poised to improve the travel experience in several ways. The more direct routes will help prevent delays, allowing travelers to reach their destinations on time and avoid frustrating wait times at the airport. The new routes will distribute air traffic volumes across the available airspace, reducing complexity and improving the overall efficiency of the airspace system. By offering more direct paths, the new routes will save thousands of miles and minutes in travel time, allowing passengers to spend less time in the air and more time at their destination. The introduction of these new FAA routes demonstrates a commitment to improving the travel experience for passengers during the busy summer travel season, with more efficient travel times and reduced delays, resulting in a more enjoyable and stress-free journey. Today in Travel is brought to you by The Adept Traveler, a travel agency that specializes in making travel easier for everyone. From the novice to the expert, from the able-bodied to the disabled traveler, everybody deserves to travel well. Until next time, travel well, my friends. Increasing the federal student, believe this will measure this and requisite flight. Despite the vote, the chance of an actual the Allied Pilots Association, the union with only 2.6% of U.S. pilots being black and 9.9